Hey guys, just before we get stuck into this video, if you guys can just go and drop a like on this video, and also if you guys want to see the upcoming episodes of this amazing series, go and make sure to subscribe so you will be notified when the future episodes get released. But I think that's enough talking and we should get started on the video. Okay, so for the lemon sorbet that I will be serving for is meal cleanser just before the main course.
I quite like lemon sorbet, so do you think that could be the dessert? Yep.
I'm going to need about 3/4 of a cup of lemon juice. So I'm going to get juice my lemons to help me out with my electric lemon juicer. I am now going to need you will now need 1.5 cups water. I'm going to pour that into the saucepan. It's on my hot plate. Then I will also need about, let me just double check the recipe. Yeah, about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. So now we're going to turn this on to just the hot plate. We're going to get it down to 100 degrees. Actually 60 degrees because it's so heat. We're going to add the sugar. I'm going to wait for that to fill. We're going to slowly stir until the sugar is completely dissolved. Meantime, we are going to separate our egg. So we need 1 egg white, no yolk. Now all we are going to do with this is stir it. And as you can see, it is slowly dissolving way over there. And then after this is done, all we are going to do is we are going to refrigerate this, the lemon juice and the egg white until it is needed. So I'm probably going to refrigerate for about an hour just so it can cool down, and then I will get it into the ice cream churner so then it has enough time to freeze.
And Dylan's dessert, well, that could be anything, but knowing Dylan, it will probably be some type of sweet dish and some type of ice cream.
Dessert, Dylan's dessert. Interesting. Sounds very, very interesting.
Guys, so for my dessert, I am making vanilla panna cotta with a raspberry coulis and a crumb. So this recipe can actually be found on my blog, www.cookinggj.co.za, so feel free to go and check that out. You're going to need 175 grams of sugar, 400 grams of frozen or fresh raspberries or mixed berries. I'm going to be using frozen berries as I need the fresh berries for my main course later. And then you're also going to need 175 ml of water and 40 ml of lemon juice, or to your desired taste.
A lot of boring math later.
We're going to place the raspberry, sugar, lemon juice and water into a saucepan, and we're going to bring it to a simmer until all the sugar is dissolved, and then we're just going to mix it all. So I'm going to have it about 60. So what you basically wanting to look for in a coulis is you're just kind of wanting like a thick sort of juice. So just like with little pieces of pulp. So if you do want a finer one, you can obviously sieve it out all the pieces of the pulp, but it's actually quite nice having the little pieces of raspberry in. Okay guys, so now that the coolie's in the fridge, I'm now going to move on to the next part of my dessert. So I'm now going to move on to the main element, the panna cotta. So for the panna cotta, we're going to need 3 gelatine leaves, which we're going to soak in some water now before we start. 250 ml cream. I think, let me just double check, it's 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 250 ml or 1 cup of milk. And I forgot about the sugar, 25 grams of sugar. So we're going to just start by soaking our 3 gelatine leaves, which look quite pretty, they look like this. So we're going to just turn on our thing, and we're going to place it over, we're going to put it on more or less about 130 degrees Celsius. So now we're going to place our milk, so 1 cup of milk. We're going to place our cream, so 1 cup of cream. This is 250 ml in here, so I'm not going to need to measure this for. And I'm using pouring cream. So now that that's added, we're also going to add in our 3 teaspoons of vanilla essence or extract, whichever one you prefer. 3 teaspoons vanilla essence or extract. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to add our 25 grams of sugar as well. 25 grams of sugar. There we go. Okay, so that's in there. Now we're going to add our sugar. Okay, so we're now going to bring this to a simmer, so we're just going to have it on like 100 degrees. So we're just going to mix this around until just to bring it to a simmer. We also want to now get these ready. That was a sort of table. So if you look in here, you can barely see it. I'm just quickly going to get my 6 ramekins. A little bit of a quick little spray cook and put it into the freezer quickly, just for 5 minutes. Because if you freeze it, it's helps a lot when you try to release them from their molds. Because after this, we're going to add our gelatine leaves, so it's sticking together slowly over here. So I'm just going to add my gelatine leaves, which are now going to go and melt. We've taken this off the heat and we're going to just let it cool down quickly before we put it into the ramekins. And then we're going to set it in the fridge for, just double check time, hour. I find it's more about 3 to 4 hours, and so you can leave it in the fridge until for at least an hour or until set. But I find it takes more about 4 hours to set normally in my case. But some cases it can be as short as 2 hours. And now I'm going to get my mold from the freezer. You need about 6 of those. Plus minus about 6. But something I like to do, just to make it easier to pour. I'm going to pour it into the jug before I some in there, some in there, pour some in there, and then it is off to the fridge.
Chicken pie, that's the predictable bits. We knew days ago he was going to make a chicken pie, but let's see if it can be berry salad, orangey salad there.
Chicken pie, I don't know if that's a dinner party worthy dish, but we'll see I like chicken pie as much as the next person.
Okay guys, so for my main course, I'm going to start off by making my pie pastry because that takes about 4 hours to rise. So for this recipe I need about 450 grams of flour, and I'm going to set that on here. I'm going to set it into a circle on the counter on a mat. Okay guys, now I made a little dent in my flour over there. Now we need to add 60 grams of unsalted butter of our 450 grams that we need in total. And we also need to add a teaspoon of salt to this as well when we're done. I'm just going to add these little pieces of butter in the center of the hole in the butter, so in the flour. Okay, so now guys we're going to mix and knead the dough together. Oh, and we need to add it, and we also need to add the water. Right, so hard. And how much vinegar? 10 mils of vinegar for some reason. Okay, so now we need to knead it. So we need to roll it out on about a 20 into a 20 by 20 square.
Caprese salad. Don't even know what that is. Sounds quite boring. Whatever it is, I guess the lemon sorbet will help get rid of the taste out of my mouth.
Starters. Crazy salad. Okay. Sounds interesting. I can't really. I know what it is, but I can't really remember.
Oh, dress up. I love dress ups. Oh, essential workers. I'll have to think about that.
Essential workers. Cheers to them.
No, social distancing. Come down with me.
I'm in.
Thank you. I'm Nikki.
Nice to meet you, Dylan.
No shaking hands. Social distancing. These are for you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hello.
Did I do something wrong?
No, why? These are for you.
Thank you. Please come in.
After you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Your Honor.
Nice to meet you. Brought you a dog.
Thank you.
There you go. Today I'll be giving Dylan a 7 because although his panna cotta at the end was nice, the coulis or whatever you call it, it's like just quite sour. Also the crumb was quite hard. And then for his main, the chicken pie, it was nice, but also the sauce on the side, it didn't have much flavor. Then the starters, I can't actually, oh yeah, the starters, I think that there should be more bread on the side. Or a little less cheese.
But you like the lemon sorbet?
And then the lemon sorbet I think was quite good, so he gets a 7.
Dylan, that was a lovely evening, although you need to pay a little bit more attention to your guests. You didn't keep drinks topped up. We had to ask for things like cutlery and extra drinks. But the food was absolutely lovely. Your starter was delicious. Your lemon sorbet was perfect. Your main course wasn't cooked properly, but the sauce on the side was absolutely delicious. Loved the salad, and your sorbet was, your dessert was absolutely 10 out of 10. Because of your raw pastry and your inattention to your guests, I would ordinarily give you a 7. But because of your amazing dedication today, and I know how hard it is to make puff pastry and all those things, I'm going to give you an 8. 8 out of 10.
Cooking DJ, where do I start? That was a meal packed full of power. But there was a few things missing. We're working down from 10, probably lost some marks there because of your atmosphere. If I didn't put on the music, we would have just been chatting in silence. There was no cutlery at most times. The plates didn't get put away. I did see you eating with your hands quite a few times. And drinks, I had to get up and get my own, and Liam got a warm drink. But in saying all that, you had a lovely caprese salad and a nice punchy sorbet. And even though the puff pastry was a bit undercooked, the chicken pie was delish. But topping it all off was the panna cotta. That was my favourite dish out of the whole lot. So taking into account a few of those things, I've given you power packed 7.5.